I found out that my husband is obsessed with my sister. He has an album full of pictures of her, and admitted that he was thinking what his life would have been if he married her instead of me. I've been with my husband for 20 years, and married for 15 of those years. My sister is my best friend, is beautiful and just an amazing person with a good heart. When I met my husband, my sister was single, so I invited her to join my boyfriend and me frequently when we went out. We always had fun. I loved the fact that they got along, and I never felt like there was anything between them. My sister ended up dating someone, so we went out a lot as a couple, and she got married 2 years after my husband and I. Although our husbands were never the best of friends, they got along well enough, and we had fun spending time together. Fast forward to now, I noticed my husband talking very negatively about my brother-in-law and saying my sister could have done so much better. I don't completely disagree, but she loves him, and her happiness is what matters to me. However, his dislike of my brother-in-law seemed to grow more intense and personal. It made me feel a bit uncomfortable, and I asked him why he was so concerned about my sister's relationship, and then asked directly if he had feelings for her. He denied having any feelings outside of loving her like his own sister, and just felt like my brother-in-law was taking advantage of her. I accepted his explanation and put it out of my mind. One morning I needed to use my husband's iPad to FaceTime because my phone was dead. When I opened the iPad, I found a picture of my sister, which I thought was strange. As I looked through his iPad, I found a hidden picture album full of pictures of my sister. The pictures were mostly saved from things she had shared on social media, but there were some pictures and even videos that he had taken when we were all together or at family events that I didn't even realize he had taken. They were all clearly focused on my sister and no one else. My heart jumped into my throat and tears filled my eyes. I didn't say anything immediately because I had to gather myself and my thoughts, but I did ask him about the pictures the next day. My husband was honest with me, and told me he was ashamed of himself, but had found himself intimately attracted to my sister, especially after she lost weight. Of course, I cried, but he assured me nothing had happened, and that he loved me, not my sister. I do understand that we can't control who we are attracted to, and we all have secret attractions and fantasies, so again, I tried to tell myself I was upset over nothing and tried to move past it. Unfortunately, my husband continued his barrage of negative comments about my sister's husband and started asking me questions about her and her relationship with her husband. I told him it made me uncomfortable, and he would stop for a while, but would always start again. It seems since he had been honest with me about his attraction, he even started to share his thoughts about her body, comparing me to her and basically telling me it was his fantasy to have intimacy with her. Again, I know the difference between fantasy and reality, but told him my feelings were hurt and I didn't want to know. As time has gone by, this has become a more constant issue between us, causing arguments. Recently, during an argument about this issue, I told him he knew us both before we were married. If he wanted her, he should have made his move then. He was quiet but eventually admitted he does think about what life would be like if he had been with and married her instead of me. I feel like I'm going crazy. She has no idea of his feelings or the fact he has pictures of her. I have asked my husband to see a counselor with me and he said no because the counselor will take my side, and tell him he's a freak. He also told me that it doesn't matter if we go to counseling or not, his attraction and feelings will never change. He continually tells me he is committed to our marriage, but I also recently found out that he has sent some weird random texts to my sister asking if she wants to come over and have drinks with us. In the past, I wouldn't have thought anything about home texting to invite her over, but now I feel hurt that he is texting her while we are together, like he's thinking about her when he is spending time with me. My heart just hurts and I don't know what to do. My sister and my husband are my confidants, but I feel like I can't share this with her. What should I do? Is this something I should try to get past? My head is swimming with thoughts and emotions and I am lost.